Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, tranquil lake. The water is perfectly still, reflecting the sky above like a mirror. There's no wind, no sound, just pure, unbroken silence. Now imagine that this silence isn't outside of you, but within you. A deep inner stillness that holds the answers to your deepest questions, the peace you've been searching for, and the wisdom to navigate life's challenges. What if I told you that this silence is not just a metaphor, but a powerful tool that has been used for centuries to heal, transform, and awaken the soul? Today, we'll explore the mysterious benefits of silence through a timeless Buddhist tale and discover how you can harness its power in your own life. Welcome to the Soulful Healing Podcast. I'm your host, John, and this is where we journey inward to find the light within. Silence has always held a sacred place in Buddhist teachings. The Buddha himself spent years in silence, meditating under the Bodhi tree before he attained enlightenment. In the Buddhist tradition, silence is not just the absence of noise, it's a profound state of being. It's a gateway to self-awareness, a tool for cultivating mindfulness, and a path to inner peace. But silence is not just for monks and spiritual seekers. It's for all of us. In a world that's constantly buzzing with activity, where we're bombarded by notifications, deadlines, and endless chatter, silence offers us a refuge, a place where we can pause, breathe, and reconnect with ourselves. Today, we'll dive into a beautiful Buddhist story that illustrates the transformative power of silence. It's a tale that has been passed down through generations, and its lessons are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. So, let's begin. Once, in a remote Himalayan village, there lived a young woman named Lomo. She was known for her sharp tongue and quick temper. Whenever someone upset her, she would lash out with harsh words, leaving a trail of hurt feelings and broken relationships. Over time, Lomo began to feel isolated and unhappy. She knew something had to change, but she didn't know how. One day, she heard about a wise Buddhist nun named Annie Pima who lived in a nearby cave. Desperate for guidance, Lomo made the journey to see her. When she arrived, she poured out her heart to Annie Pima, explaining how her words had caused so much pain and how she longed to find peace. Annie Pima listened patiently, her eyes filled with compassion. When Lomo finished, the nun handed her a small wooden bowl and said, "Fill this bowl with water from the stream and bring it back to me. But be careful, do not spill a single drop." Lomo was puzzled, but did as she was told. She carefully filled the bowl and began the slow, deliberate walk back to the cave. As she walked, she noticed how her focus shifted entirely to the bowl in her hands. She wasn't thinking about her problems or her temper. She was fully present, mindful of every step. When she returned, Annie Pima smiled and said, "You see, when you focus on the present moment, there is no room for anger or harsh words. Silence begins with mindfulness. Practice this and you will find the peace you seek." Lomo took the lesson to heart. She began to practice mindfulness in her daily life, pausing before she spoke and choosing her words carefully. Over time, she noticed a profound change, not just in herself, but in her relationships. Silence had become her teacher, guiding her toward compassion and understanding. This story beautifully illustrates one of the core teachings of Buddhism, the importance of mindfulness and the power of silence. In the Buddhist tradition, silence is not just about refraining from speech. It's about cultivating inner stillness, even in the midst of chaos. It's about listening to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us. But how can we apply these teachings in our modern lives? How can we find moments of silence in a world that seems to never stop talking? Let's explore some practical ways to incorporate silence into your daily routine. Morning silence ritual. Start your day with a few minutes of silence. Before you reach for your phone or dive into your to-do list, sit quietly and focus on your breath. This simple practice can set a calm, centered tone for the rest of your day. Silent walks. Take a walk in nature without any distractions. No headphones, no phone. Let the sounds of the natural world fill your ears. Notice the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, and the rhythm of your footsteps. Mindful eating. Try eating one meal in silence. Focus on the taste, texture, and aroma of your food. This practice can help you develop a deeper appreciation for the nourishment you receive. Digital detox. Set aside time each day to disconnect from technology. Turn off your phone, computer, and TV, and allow yourself to simply be. Evening reflection. Before you go to bed, spend a few minutes in silence reflecting on your day. What went well? What challenges did you face? What are you grateful for? This practice can help you process your experiences and sleep more peacefully. Silence is not just a practice, it's a way of being. It's a reminder that we don't always need to fill the space with words or actions. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply be still. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a question. What would happen if you allowed yourself to sit in silence, even for just a few minutes each day? What might you discover about yourself, about others, and about the world around you? Thank you for joining me on this journey into the mysterious benefits of silence. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might benefit from its message. And don't forget to subscribe to the Soulful Healing Podcast for more stories and insights to nourish your soul. Until next time, may you find peace in the silence, and may your heart be filled with light.